In this video, we're going to be setting up your merchant account. The best way to collect payment for our goods and services using Infusionsoft is to connect a merchant account so we can accept credit cards. There are many different providers in the world, and Infusionsoft works with a handful of them. The setup is similar for all providers, and the only difference is the specific credentials each one uses. After going through the steps in this video, you'll be able to collect payment through the shopping cart and order forms. In this video, we're going to look at locating merchant accounts in our e-commerce settings, configuring the merchant account, and then setting your default merchant account in the e-commerce settings. Hover over the Infusionsoft symbol and go to the e-commerce settings. On the left side of the screen, select Merchant Accounts. From the Add Merchant Account drop-down, select your provider. This is going to open a pop-up window. In this example, let's pretend I'm using Authorize.net. Here is where you're going to want to put your account credentials. For right now, we're going to want to leave it in test mode. And here we can hit save. Now that we've added in our merchant account, we can go and actually set that as the default for our shopping cart. So hovering over the e-commerce settings, we want to go to e-commerce setup. In the payment selection down here, we go to payment types. If this box isn't already checked, you want to check the box of other credit card processors. And then from here, you can select which merchant account you wish to be using. Once you've selected it, you can also choose to use this as the default credit card processor. When you're done, make sure you click Save at the bottom of the page. Now, when somebody checks out using the shopping cart or an order form using that account, the merchant account will process their credit card payment. You're going to want to remember to switch the merchant account to live when you're done testing, and this way it can ensure we're transacting real currency. So when we look at our merchant account, we can change this to live mode, and now this will actually run money when you attempt to charge. It's recommended that before you move it to live mode that you test the account using this function right here. You can go ahead and put in your credit card information, and the system will go ahead and bill you for a penny and then immediately refund it. Please keep in mind that not all merchant types support this small of a test transaction, so this function may fail even with the proper credentials. In this case, we recommend running a test order for $1 to do the trick and ensure proper setup. For those of you not in America, we can change the currency type by going to the Orders section over here on the left. Right here is where we can choose the currency that we want to use for your specific locale. If you're looking for more specific help instructions setting up your merchant account provider, from this page you can always hover over the Help button and go to the Help Center. Regarding the shopping cart, we can only use one merchant account, but order forms you can select which merchant account to use. This means that multiple order forms can use multiple merchant accounts. Certain merchant accounts have a transactional email setting. The transactional email means that it will send a receipt version of the payment via email from the merchant. These emails are often plain text and visually boring, and you can feel free to leave this off if you'll be sending your own receipts or invoices. If you are using PayPal, you would set it up from the payment type screen that we saw earlier. You would check the box for PayPal and then fill in your information, either your express checkout info or if you have a PayFlow Pro account this way. If you need help, you can click on the supporting links. Lastly, Infusionsoft has its own payment gateway called Infusionsoft Payments. It's very fast and easy to set up, and you can actually set it up right from this screen. And as you can see, not only have I set it up, I'm using it as my default credit card processor. It only took about maybe 10 or 15 minutes to get going, so I would highly recommend it personally. In our next video, we're going to look at creating products and subscriptions.